Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? How is everyone doing today? As you come in, say hello. As you come in, say hello. So I can know that you can hear and see me clearly. Come on in and say hello. Everyone, how are y'all doing on this beautiful Thursday? As you come in, say hello. So I will know that you can see and hear me clearly. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to hold you all long. Okay, so today, what I want to do is I want to talk to my parents. Okay, I want to talk to my parents that has high school seniors that are about to graduate in a few months. And I also want to talk to you all, the ones that have 9th through 11th grade too. So I want to talk to my parents that have high schoolers. Okay, they have high schoolers, 9th through 12th grade. But specifically, if you have a senior, because there are some things that we're in the season of right now, and I want to make sure that you understand what you're up against. Okay? So as you come in, say hello so I can know that you can hear and see me clearly. And if you're watching live, say hello. And if you're watching a replay, guess what I need you to do? I need you to hit hashtag replay. Okay? Hashtag replay. Okay, as you come in. So I'm not going to be before you all long. I just want to go ahead and get this party started. Okay, I want to go ahead and get this party started. We're not going to be before you all long. And we're going to move on. Okay, so basically, I want to ask you all a question. I need you to think about some things. If you are a parent, I need you to share this as well. If you know a parent and they're not on this live, I need you to share this with the parent that has a high school student. Okay. Hey, hey, how you doing, Quayle? How you doing, Doctor? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in with us today. So, if you know a parent that has a high school student, 9th through 12th grade, they need to be tuned into this live right now. Okay, they need to be tuned in because there are some things I'm going to share with them today that no one else might be telling them. They may have a misunderstanding about it. So, we're going to also be demystifying some things today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want to hold you all long. I know this is your lunch break probably, and I want you to get back to work and do what you're doing for today. But I need you to think about this. College acceptance is not a financial plan. Okay. College acceptance is not a financial plan because this is a season that we're starting to get these acceptance letters, but that is not your financial plan. Okay. I'm going to say some things. Okay. I'm going to say some things that may make a few parents uncomfortable, but that's okay because getting accepted into college does not mean that your child can't afford it. I'm going to say that again. This may demystify everything you may have known. Well, my child got accepted into XYZ element of P. That's okay. That's the first stage, okay? But getting accepted into college does not mean your child can't afford it, okay? So we're going to keep going. I'm not going to hold you all long, like I said before, because acceptance without funding is not a victory. It's not victory. I mean, I know we celebrate it all the time. Our child got into this school. I'm so excited, which is fine. We should celebrate some things, right? But I don't want you to stop right there. I don't want you to get stuck in acceptance. I want you to think about it. Acceptance without funding is not victory. It's delayed debt. Yes, it's delayed debt. That debt is going to have to be paid. So your child's been accepted. That's true. But has your child received total funding? Did they receive that full ride? Okay. If not, it's just delayed debt. And a lot of parents don't want to hear that. A lot of them don't even understand the process. When they receive that acceptance letter from XYZ school, we are so excited. I know, I understand. You're so excited. But does that college offer you the funding that you need for your child to go to that university debt free? That's the question I need you to ask yourself, okay? Is that school offering you the funding that you need for your child to go to that school debt free? Okay. And again, hello, you guys. I am Dr. Shullundia Bell. I am the founder of the ScholarPath Tracker and the Debt Free Degree Academy. And I help families move from college excitement to disciplined financial strategy. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So today, we're going to get something in order. Y'all know I'm the judge of order, and I want to make sure you all stay in order as well, okay? So today we're going to demystify some things, but we're going to also get some things in order. And as you come in, say hello, you guys. Say hello so I can know that you are here. If you're watching live, say hello. And if you're watching the replay, you know what I need to do, right? Hashtag replay, okay? So let me talk to my senior parents first. Okay, let me talk to y'all for a moment. Okay. If your child is getting acceptance letters right now, in which they should be, they apply to any schools, they should start beginning to get these acceptance letters. That's right, doctor. That's right. Discipline financial strategy. That's what we're going over today. So if your child is receiving an acceptance letter right now, because we're in this season, we are in what is February, right? So guess what? This is the season where your child is going to start receiving those acceptance letters from the universities, which is good. I'm excited for that, right? Hey, you a senior parent? All right, Lashonda, good seeing you. How you doing today, girlie? But yeah, so if you are a parent and you have a senior, you need to definitely go on this live. And you know of any other parents that may be going to the school that your child is going to, and they're not on this live, you need to share because they need to hear this. Because I need you all to be well informed of how the system set us up because we're not prepared. Okay, so guess what? I know you're excited because your child may have received acceptance letters if they're wanting to go to school. Thank you. Thank you. I know you're excited because I know your child is going to school. And guess what? You should be. You should be excited. But I do not want your excitement to be in vain. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you something. Can they attend that school that your child may have got that acceptance letter from? Can they attend debt free? Okay, that's the question I need you to ask yourself. Can they attend debt free? Okay, now if the answer is no, then we are celebrating too fast. I need you to I need you to pipe down. I need you to hold up a minute. Okay, I need you to hold up a minute because an acceptance letter is an academic approval. See, these are some things I need us to understand. An acceptance letter does not mean your child can get a chance to go to their school debt free. Okay, that's just the logistic. Okay, your child's been accepted, and an acceptance letter is an academic approval. Okay, that's what acceptance letter means. Your child have met the academic requirements. Okay, that's what that means. Hey, Deja, how you doing? Hello. Now, it is not financial coverage. Okay, let me ask y'all something. Now I got to put on my dusty cluster, baby. Old school. Y'all know these calculators. Y'all seen these calculators. This is my old school. This is my cluster duster right here, baby. I don't go nowhere without it. I love her. We're going to go over some numbers today. Yes, we're going over some numbers because I need you to understand what that academic letter actually means. Okay? Again, that's just the acceptance letter. That's just academic requirement. But we're going to go over some more things today because I need you to understand exactly what they're telling you. Okay? So when you receive that acceptance letter, okay, it's not financial coverage. If your tuition, we're going to go over an example right quick. So if tuition is $38,000, okay, if tuition is $38,000 and you receive an academic acceptance letter and they say, well, we're going to give your child $12,000 to go to school. $12,000 and it's what, 38? Let's do the math. Okay, we're going 38,000. We're doing 38,000. Okay, and they only giving your child 12,000. We're gonna do the math today, because baby, the math gonna be math when they be telling you this and get you all excited. Whoop de doo, my child's going XYZ, and now they pull a spring out on you saying, okay, we're gonna give you 12,000, but it costs 38,000 to go. Let's do the math, okay? So guess what? When you do that, that's what 26. Can y'all see that? There's $26,000 that's not being covered. What are we gonna do about that $26,000? Okay. Where is the other $26,000 coming from? That's what they leave on the table. They don't tell you that. And that's not all. That's just for that year. We need to multiply that times 4 because they're going to a 4-year school, right? We're doing that times 4. What is that? That's 6 figures, you guys. That is $104,000. Think about that. So now your child has already put himself in position to be in debt of 6 figures before they even graduate. Okay, before they even graduate. So I need you to think about this. As your child are receiving these acceptance letters, I'm excited for you guys. I want your child to go to the best school, the best one that benefits them. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Okay, I want them to do. But I don't want you to get so excited until you talk about the money. Okay, we need to talk about the money. Yeah, my child is going here, but how much is going to cost for my child to go here? Okay, you done told me it costs $38,000 for my child to attend your school. But then when I look at the numbers, you only give me $12,000. So that means my child got $26,000 in debt already before they even start. So what we're gonna do most of the times, because we don't have any other things, we don't have any scholarships in play. We hadn't did any of our homework to structure ourselves throughout the whole 4 years. We pretty much booty shaked around. We lollygagged. We didn't do what we should have done as parents, right? Nor did the students even think about it, right? We didn't have anyone to hold us accountable on that thing. So what we did was we sit back. Now the first thing we run to is what? student loans. I know I did it. Okay. I didn't have anyone to tell me what I'm telling you today. Okay. I don't want you to be in the same predicament that I was in when I was coming up, when I was going to school, because I didn't have anyone to share this information with me. If I would have known better, I would have done better. Okay. So that's why I'm sharing this information with you all today. When you cannot, when they tell you it's an extra $24,000 needed for your child to attend, yeah, they accepting them and they only giving them 12. But I still owe 24,000 this time 4 years, you guys. 4 years. That's $104,000. That's six figures that I'm gonna owe, not counting the interest that the bank is gonna put on top of the loan, you guys. Think about it. Make it make sense. Do the math. We're not doing the math. It's time for us to start doing the math, okay? We were not celebrating. We're not celebrating yet. We're not celebrating. I want you to think about that. We're not going to celebrate until they give us the numbers that we're looking for, okay? We're calculating. We're not celebrating. We're calculating. That's for my seniors. I need you to think about that. Now I want to talk through my 9th through 11th grade parents, okay? Now for my parents that have 9th, 10th, 11th graders watching, okay? I need you to think about this because I don't want you all to go unnoticed as well. I need you to think about some things because you still got time. This is just your child will be up against when they become a senior if I don't go ahead and get some things in order. Okay, remember, today we're getting some things in order. I want you to think about the road ahead. A lot of times we put a lot of things before when it comes down to scholarship preparation. We put a lot of things before. We consider we say, well, we got time. I need you to think about it. You do not have as much time as you think. If your child is in the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, you should be in the preparation phase right now. This is what happens when scholarship strategy starts late. Hey, Miss Tillman, how you doing? How you doing? Come on in and join us, okay? If you know a parent that has a high school student, I need you to share this out to them or tag them in the comments to let them know they need to be on this live because I'm sharing some important mathematical information today. A lot of things that we look over as parents because we get so excited because our child may have got accepted to a university, but we're not looking at the bottom line, okay? Now, and this is another thing, universities are nonprofit organizations, right? But guess what? And that's another thing we think about nonprofit, like, well, they're a nonprofit, they don't need any money. No, they're nonprofits, but guess what? You're going to pay their tuition or you won't be attending. And that's how you need to handle your business. Okay, they are handling a business. They're not going to let you attend that school unless every dollar is covered. Okay, so this is what happened with scholarship strategies start too late. I need you to think about that. So this is why the structures cannot wait till your senior year. Okay, do not wait until your child's senior year to start thinking about how am I going to cover, especially if they've been telling you this for like the longest, like for the whole 4 years they've been in school that they want to attend college. This ain't nothing that they just dropped on you out of the sky saying, well, I might decide I want to go to college. That's different. But they've been telling you since 9th grade, you know your child been saying they want to go to college. So these are some things you need to start being prepared, okay? We're not going to just take our loans, okay? And we say that like just casually, like, well, if they don't have enough money, if they don't get any scholarships, we're going to take our loans. You guys, that should not be normalcy. We're taking our loans like it's normal. That's how they have trained us to think. Like, if we don't get the scholarship, if we don't get this, well, we're just going to take our loans. I know I did it. I'm not telling you something that I'm just trying to figure out statistics. No, I did it because I didn't have anyone to sit here like I'm sitting here and to tell you now that there is a way out. There are options that you can take so your child would not have to take out student loans. Because you think out the loan, when I just gave it an example, like the tuition is $38,000, but the school is only offering you $12,000. That's a big $24,000 gap. And where's that $24,000 going to come from? Tell me, where is it going to come from? Okay, they're not going to let them go to school free. They're a nonprofit organization, but guess what? They are in business to make money. Okay, so don't let that fool you. Just because they're a university, that is a business. Okay, and they are not going to let you attend that school for free. Okay, that's the first thing we say. Well, we just gonna take our loans. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. We're not just gonna take our loans. We're gonna start thinking like they think. Okay, we're gonna start planning ahead so we will not have to be or put ourselves in that predicament. Okay. So we say that too casually. Oh, we'll just take our loans. No, ma'am. But those loans don't feel casual at graduation, right? That is not a rite of passage. Because we were quick to be like, you know what, they can just, no, we gotta stop. We got to get ourselves together because it's like I said in our community too much, like we just allow them to do whatever because that's all we know. We think they know what's best for us. because that's why we've been trained that they know what's best for us, but they don't. You have control over your life. You have control over your children's lives as well. So it's often a result of just not planning and not having a system in place. That's why we have to resort to that measure. And it's time for us to stop resorting to that measure, okay? This is not about shaming anybody. This is all about standards, okay? Again, like I said, I took out loans myself to go to school. Okay. I didn't have anyone else to share this information with me to tell me what I should and should not do. I only did what I thought I knew and what they told me I should have done. And that's what I did, right? So if acceptance is the only goal, right, that becomes your outcome. So again, if receiving an acceptance letter is your only goal, then guess what? That is going to become the outcome. And that's what you do not want. You do not want that to be your outcome. The goal should be accepted and funded. Yes, accepted and funded. That should be your standard. That should be the goal. This is why scholarship strategy must be structured, you guys. It must be structured. As you come on, you guys, say hello. If you're on the live, say hello so I can know that you're here. Okay. If you're on the live, say hello. And if you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay. And again, if you know a parent that has a high school student, 9th through 12th grade, that parent needs to be on this live because I know we are in the season of receiving acceptance letters. Okay. Hey, Ms. Holmes, how you doing? So we are in the season of receiving acceptance letters, right? So I want you to be aware of what that acceptance letter mean. It does not mean your child can go to school free. It does not mean they're going to cover everything. It does not mean that. It just means that your child met the academic requirement. Okay. That's what that acceptance letter means. That your child met the academic requirement. So everything else gonna be based on you, how you show up. Okay. This is why disciplined families, what we do as disciplined parents, we track, we target, and we execute. You're going to track what are the best scholarships for your child. You're going to target the best scholarship for your child. And then what you're going to do, you're going to execute that thing. You're going to execute that thing. This is why I built the ScholarPath tracker. Oh my gosh, I wish when I began this whole process in the 9th grade with my daughter, I wished I would have had a tracker. I would have had something to keep us organized. Now, her and I both are organizers, so we made it work. But because I saw the things that we went through, and I was like, everybody may not have the capability, but by us being as organized as we weren't able to keep everything together and keep everything tracked. So what I did was I developed a tracker for my parents because I know you're busy, you're working, you don't have time to sit there and look at every folder, to look at every Excel spreadsheet. I put everything in one place for you guys. I built a tracker. Okay, I put that degree to work. I built a tracker. I built a system. It's a system, is what it is. So you all can have everything you need. And I'm gonna show you an example of that system in a moment. So I need you to make sure you stay on here. Okay. So this is why I built the scholarship tracker. Okay. It's not hype. It's just structure. It allows you to have structure. Okay. So let me do this right quick. Now for my senior parents, you need optimization and negotiation. Because I don't know if you know this or not, parents, but if you are a senior parent and your child got acceptance letters and they're saying that they only giving you $12,000, you can negotiate that. Most parents don't even know that. Yeah, you can negotiate that. And if you don't know that you have that power to negotiate things, you would not do it. Why? Because no one ever told you had the power to negotiate your child's tuition. No one ever mentioned that you do. Why? Because this is not the language we talk in our community. Okay. But you do have the opportunity to negotiate. So what you're going to do is you're going to optimize your situation with that acceptance letter that they telling you only getting $12,000. Okay. And you still going to owe 24 after they said the tuition is 38. We're going to do the math today. Yeah, we're doing the math today. So as those acceptance letters start rolling in, celebrate them. Yeah, be excited about it with your child. But then look at the bottom line behind that acceptance letters. Okay, now baby, how much it's going to cost for you to go to school? We're going to talk about it. How much it's going to cost? Okay, now let's find out how much they're going to give you. They're going to give you how much? Think about it. How much they're going to give you? See, we got to start putting things in order. Never knew that was the first two. Yeah. They don't tell you that. People don't let you know this in the scholarship world. Most of the time, what you see when it comes down to scholarship, everybody posting scholarships. File, apply. But there are some back end things that I'm tired of my people falling into because we just don't have the knowledge about it. I just went through all this information with my daughter. Okay. We ended up landing her $3.4 million in scholarship. That's because we got structure in place and we got organized. We didn't accept what they told us. Okay. When you have the credentials and you have, like I said, 4.0 doesn't mean you go get the money. Making a third on the ACT doesn't mean you go get all the money. They'll still say you acceptance letter. They'll say you still got to pay us XYZ because I know too many seniors in position like that now. Yeah, they're in position like that now. And they're not getting the money that's due to them. They don't understand. They can negotiate. You got all the best qualities of an academic student. You are a scholar, but they're only going to give you $12,000. No, Pam, we're not selling for that. We got to come up with some more. If you want me to attend your university, you got to come up with some more money from somewhere. I don't know where you go pull it from, but we're going to need you to pull some more coins from somewhere. Okay? Come on, we're going to need you to pull it. So I'm telling you this, and I'm coming live, you guys, today because I want you all to think. I want you to open up your mind. I want you to think about, don't just get so excited about the acceptance letter until they tell you what the bottom line is, how much you going to get my daughter, how much you going to get my son. Okay? Look, if you want my child at your school, we're going to need to talk. We're going to need to talk. We're going to have a conversation about this $12,000 and it's cost $38,000 from the go. We're going to need some more money. You have the authority to negotiate that. Okay? If they're not talking dollars, guess what? Go where your child is celebrated and not where they're tolerated. You ain't got to put up with that. There are too many schools out here. Too many schools out here. Go where your child is celebrated, not where they're tolerated. Okay? I need you to think about that. So I want to share this with you all. I made this up for you all today for a demo to show you all what the Scholar Tracker looks like and what it entails. And I'm going to share it with y'all right quick. I'm not going to be before y'all long. Like I told y'all I won't be here long, but I want to share something with y'all. Okay, I want to share this with you, how it looks. I'm going to put the link here as well so you can see it. And I need you to let me know that you can see my screen, okay? I need you to let me know that you can see my screen, okay? Can you all see my screen? Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Say yes, because I don't want to keep going forward with this. And you say, Miss Bear, I can't see your screen. Can y'all see my screen? You guys tell me yes if you can see my screen. Okay. Put yes in the comment section to make sure to let me know that you can see. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let me go back over here. I want to make sure you can see my screen before I continue going forward. This is the system, you guys, that I set up for parents with high school students, 9th through 12th grade, as well as if you have a student that's already in college, you're an undergrad, as well as students that are graduates. So if you are 9th through 12th grade looking to go to college, if you are already in college, you're undergrad, right? And then if you're a grad student, this tool, this system I created will work. And I'm going to show you why. Okay, I'm going to give you some information to show you exactly. Like when you go on the site, I'm going to put the site there, but I want you all to see exactly what this entails. Let me go ahead and put this here too. Let's see, put this here so you all can see this. Okay. I want you all to see that. Do y'all see that? That's the link. Okay, that's the link. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to share this with you all right quick, but I wanted you all to have that link to make sure you all can see it, okay? All right, let me go over this right quick. So basically, it's time for you parents to stop leaving money on the table. The average student misses out on $12,000 plus in scholarship that they actually qualify for. A lot of people don't tell you this, you guys. So not because the money isn't there, but because the tracking of applications and the deadlines and the essays and all that can definitely become overwhelming. And I want you all to watch this video with me, okay? I hope you all can hear it. I hope you all.
Most families don't lose scholarships because their child isn't capable. They lose them because there's no system. High academic performance without structure often leads to unnecessary student debt.
Can you all hear
ScholarPath installs that system. This is your Scholarship Command Center. From one structured dashboard, you see active applications, total dollars pursued, and deadlines approaching this week. No scattered spreadsheets, no overlooked opportunities. Everything is centralized, organized, intentional. This is what disciplined families use. Instead of scrolling endlessly through random scholarship databases, ScholarPath analyzes your academic profile, GPA, leadership, interests, and achievements, and identifies scholarships aligned with your strengths. Each opportunity includes a compatibility score, so you focus on where you are competitive. This is not guesswork. It's strategic targeting. Winning scholarships often comes down to the essay. ScholarPath provides structured AI feedback across clarity, persuasiveness, grammar, structure, and originality. You revise with insight. You improve with measurable data. You submit with confidence. Preparation replaces improvisation. Scholarships involve multiple moving parts: essays, recommendation letters, and submission timelines. ScholarPath tracks each component with color coded alerts and forward visibility. You always know what's urgent, what's upcoming, and what's complete. Organization eliminates panic. Now, consider the long term impact. ScholarPath projects your 4-year financial outlook, comparing scholarships secured to potential loan exposure. Every dollar earned reduces future financial strain. This isn't just about applications, it's about disciplined financial stewardship. ScholarPath transforms scholarship chaos into disciplined execution. This is how strategic families compete. Begin your debt-free scholarship strategy today.
All right, you guys. So you see how that went? And the tracker actually give you preparation so you can build scholarship winning habits. Okay, you can track your applications. You can get your perfect essays in place. You can demonstrate your commitment to get your acceptance into whatever you need to do. And with that, I created that because I have an academy, you guys, that I will be starting the next cohort this spring. If your child is 9th through 12th grade, or 9th through 11th grade, they may want to attend the academy. Okay, so the academy is where we join our elite, all the other elite scholars. We go over coaching, we go over advanced strategies, and it's basically your support system to help you turn everything you've known. It show you how to create your profile. A lot of you may not know what a profile even consists of, right? I teach you all of this in the academy. I show you how to prepare for interviews. We go through all of that in the academy. They're not teaching you this anywhere else, okay? They're not giving you the whole full thing, the whole full system that you need to be successful. Because like I said, those student loans ain't no joke. It's time for us to get what's due to us, okay? You're doing everything right, but winning scholarships shouldn't feel this hard. It shouldn't feel this hard. So if you go to the site, you guys, I don't want to keep going over this information, but I want you to see, if you had a personal assistant who never let anything slip, this is what you would have. It consists of AI matching, power match. I mean, it's going to match up with your profile. The scholarships are going to tell you exactly what you need to apply for, because most of the times we see so many lists out here, right? Apply here, apply here, apply there, right? But do you qualify for that scholarship? This system, when you put your profile in place, it's going to say, okay, Jane, I need you to apply here. And this is an 85% match. You're more likely to get approved if you apply for this one. It's going to give you maybe 12 scholarships that matches you, that matches your profile, not anybody else's. Because remember, you and Jane and Jack ain't just alike. Y'all are not just alike. So the system actually matches you up with the best scholarships for your child. Okay, it helps you with the essay. It helps you. Your child write an essay on their own. We're not trying to write the essay for them. We just want to make it better. We put it in the system. The system said, you need to add a little bit more. You need to take away. You need to do this. This is where your weakness is. This is where your strengths are. It helps you. It's like a coach. It's like a mentor to show your student how to do their essays properly. Your smart deadline reminders. Because remember, we have so much going on. I know as a parent, I was very, very busy, and I actually ended up having to take the senior year off for my daughter because it was like a lot going on. We had many things being pulled to and fro, so I had to take the year off to make sure she had everything she needed. But there are deadlines that have to be reached. Are you going to remember those things? You have to email your sponsors. You have to email your counselors. All these things. Your counselors got to send back the recommendation letters. You got to send your transcripts. It's like so many moving parts. So many moving parts. And you wonder why things go undone, because there are no systems in place. Okay, we have to get more organized. And then I also added a parent and counselor collaboration option. Right, yes, as a parent, you and your student may be working, but guess what? You can pull your high school counselor in. Yes, you have never seen this before, right? You can pull your high school counselor in and they can collaborate with your student, because like I said, they have a lot going on and trying to figure out where everybody is and what everybody needs. Is a lot, right? But I created this system on purpose. You can pull them in to come in and help you figure out what your child may be needing, because they're going to have everything in place. Only thing they got to do is give their feedback. It's going to help the counselor work go so much easier. It's going only thing that counselor has to do is give your child feedback because they're gonna have everything else in place. Okay. Only thing you have to do is invite them to the tool. Okay. It gives you your financial impact dashboard, where you are, how much that 4 years is going to cost you, what you've gained so far, and what you is due, what's due right now. And it's going to give you the optional other plans you can do to help get that debt down, you guys, before your child starts school. Okay. It's going to track your applications. Okay. These are some responses from people that have already used the process that I'm telling you all about. Okay. It's only $97 for the annual fee to get the tracker. $27. But if your child already just started, they've been wanting to do the 4 years, right? Which is it's like a lifetime commitment. 347 is a lifetime commitment for to get your child organized and in order. That's a done deal. That's definitely a done deal. So do you all have any questions about anything I just have shared with you all? I hope this was some good information, some things you may not have known before, but I wanted to share the opportunity with you all to know what's available, because if you don't know what's available, you're not able to make those changes. Okay. It's often a result of not knowing. Okay. So if acceptance is the only goal, that becomes the outcome. The goal should be accepted and funded. Like I said before, it's time for you to get accepted. It's time for you to get funded. Okay. This is why scholarship strategy must be structured. Okay. This is why scholarship structure should be your main ScholarPath structure, the ScholarPath tracker for you guys. Okay. So do you all have any questions? Like I said, I'm not going to hold you long. I know you may be on your break or what have you from school. But for my senior parents, it's time for us to start using the skills that's put before us. It's time for you to start using your negotiation skills, okay? But for our family, it's time to get in order. I'm excited to come share this information with you guys. Do y'all have any questions for me about any of the information I might have to share with you about the acceptance letters or anything like that, or how to negotiate? I'm going to be sharing more information on those questions because I know these are some things most parents never had to think about. Like, you didn't know you should have been thinking about these things. So if you're ready to move beyond the applause of your child getting accepted into a financial strategy, okay, are you ready to do that? The system is available if you are. I already put the link below so you can get ahead of the chaos, okay? So you can get ahead of the chaos and just receive an acceptance level, but not a debt-free degree. That's a no-no, okay? You received an acceptance letter, but not a debt-free degree. That's a no-no. No, it's time for you all to start negotiating your child's path. Don't accept what they're telling you, okay? If you know your child has done the work, okay, they've done everything they should have did to be successful in school, and now you're going to throw that you're going to give me $12,000 in my face after the tuition is $38,000. You don't have to settle for that. Like I told you before, go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated, okay? So I put the link in the link is right here on the screen. Okay, that's scholarpath.net. Scholarpath.debtfreedegree.net. If you have any questions, remember you can always reach out to me. If you have any questions, okay, be sure to reach out. Do not get stuck on what you do not know. Okay. Until next time, I need you all to remember this: that accepted and funded is the new standard. Not just being accepted, but accepted and funded is the new standard. Okay. So do you all have any questions for me? Do you all have any questions for me? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Quelly. I'm glad this was very informative because this is some things that I wanted you all to think about as parents. I wanted you all to think that, to know that you all do have options. There are options out here. Okay. But you need to begin early as you can. If your child is in the 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, you need to start planning. There need to be some type of strategy in place so your child can graduate with a debt-free degree. Okay. That needs to become the new norm for us. We need to start having our kids to graduate with debt-free degrees and not for everyone to have to take out student loans. Okay. Like I said, I had to take them out because I didn't know any better. You may have had to take them out as well. But that does not have to be the new normal for our kids. Okay. Because think about it, when we learn better, we do better. And that's what happened with me. When I began to see what the options were, I was like, oh no, we ain't doing this. Oh no, we're not, she's not going down that same path I went down. We're not having it. No, She is too smart for that. And that was something that's because she was smart. I made sure I broke my butt to find out the options that was out there because I was not going to let her have to settle for those things that I settled for as her parent. I said, no, we're not doing it. No, ma'am, Pam, it ain't happening not on my watch. Okay. So I did the research. Okay. I did the research. She did the research. She went out there, broke her butt to find out what was available out there. Okay. So as students, if you're watching this, do your part. Okay. It's one thing to go to school, but now let's start thinking of the preparation process for college. Okay. If you're in 9th through 12th grade, start thinking of some things you can do. You might need to make sure you sign up for the academy. Okay. The ScholarPath tracker helps you prepare for the academy. Okay. But the academy is debtfreedegree.net. If you have not heard of it, that's where we go line by line. It's a workshop, an intensive workshop. It's for 4 weeks. We go over all of this with your student. Okay. We want to make sure your child has everything in order. Okay. Because the tracker is one thing that's going to keep you organized. That's going to have you have everything in one area. But that academy is going to make sure that you have everything focused on that thing that you need to be doing. Make sure your profile is set up so you're fundable. Okay. Make sure you understand when you actually qualify and get accepted or you qualify for a scholarship, when they come back and say, now we need to do an interview, you don't freeze up. You don't freeze up like, Mama, I don't want to talk. I don't know what to say. We share all that with you in the academy, debtfreedegree.net. We share all that with you in the academy so your child won't freeze up. Because for these bigger scholarships, your child might have to do an interview. Okay. And for what I've been seeing, a lot of times these kids, they don't like to talk. They want to eat. They want to what? They want to text everything. Come on. We got to start training our kids differently so they can qualify for these coins because they're out there. There are so many scholarship, millions of dollars that go untouched because we are not in position to qualify for them. It's time for us to get accepted and funded. That is the new standard. If y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Bye for now.